In men's semifinal number one, a universe point win for Boston's Ironside. They take it 14-13 over hometown Raleigh Ring of Fire with two-time Wake Forest Ultimate captain Evan Lepler, Mike Cousins, and we're glad to have you along as we recap what was such an exciting game. Coming into this whole tournament, so many people said, hey, these two teams might be in the finals, and when it came down to a universe point, it really lived up to the billing.
Well, Boston had more cohesiveness than anybody coming into the tournament. 22 of their 27 players back from last year, and Ironside went undefeated in pool play. This Ring team still was something to prove. Yeah, they went to the semis of Nationals last year, but hoping to prove that that wasn't a fluke. They lost to double wide Ironside and Revolver in pool play, but they took Boston's team to the wire in semis.
Ring of Fire went up 3-0 and took half, but in the second half, scoring was a lot more even.
Well, Ring got off to such a great start because of its defense. Things were more even in the second half. Ironside got Alex Capinos involved. He's one of their key offensive threats. Christian Johnson from North Carolina's dark side. He had a huge game in both halves. Things got better for Ironside as they started to send it deep. Josh Marquette, they call Cricket, timed his jump perfectly to get in the end zone for the score. Ring captain Taylor Pope finding Ken Porter with a hammer.
And they got to Porter early. That was his third goal of the game, but he didn't score for the remainder of the contest.
Porter, not much you can do about this, though. Danny Clark takes the elevator to the top floor. Over Porter for the score. An impressive one. As good of a catch as we've seen this tournament. End zone offense was pretty solid for Ring all game long. In the second half, though, their end zone defense faltered. An open side flick for the score. Sending one deep again, and Ring answered. But when it came down to it late, George Stubbs helped take Ironside for the win. The scoober to Simmons. This was a great catch by Seth Reinhart, tiptoeing the goal line, reaching up, doing it down low as well. And Ironside fought its way back, scoring 5 of the final 6 points to come out in front.
So now up next for these two teams is a matchup of 1 and 2 seeds, as they'll go on to see either double wide or Revolver. Certainly, that's going to be a tough matchup either way. So as Ironside moves on, they were down 3-0, trailed 12-9, and they were able to close it out. They made some defensive adjustments, but more importantly, what they did down the stretch, as head coach Josh McCarthy told us after the game, was that he took some of his studs, like Stubbs, and put them in on the O-line.
And that shows how important it is to set the season off on the right foot to win this tournament. Ring, a team that played with such incredible energy and really could have won this game, but Ironside has been the best team all weekend long in the men's division, and just barely they were the best team in the semifinal, and they're on their way to Sunday here at the U.S. Open.
Ironside capitalized on a universe point turn by Ring of Fire, and they win it 14-13.